Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Hanging with Mangg. Episode 323. Time flies, baby. We are, we're playing some WoW Shadowlands, the latest expansion for World of Warcraft. And originally I wasn't planning on playing this. I'm mostly done with WoW. I mean, Final Fantasy 14, I feel, is the better MMO. And you know, I did play BFA. I got like one character to max level on my own, and then I was like, all right, I'm done. But I reconnected with some old friends from way back in WoW, vanilla WoW days. And we had been playing some Overwatch together. And a couple of them were excited about the new WoW expansion. And so they talked me into giving it a try, and then we got another friend involved. So there's this group of four of us that have sort of just been leveling together and doing dungeons together. I mean, we only play together like a couple hours a night, if that. So it's been very casual. I'm not planning on doing, any crazy raiding or anything like that. But, it's just how it always is. Playing any game with friends just makes it better. That's how it works. So I can't say I've been upset with my time spent here in World of Warcraft. There are a lot of things I still feel Final Fantasy does a lot better, but one thing I will say this expansion does pretty well that I've been liking is in all of the zones, in all the new zones, while you're leveling and stuff. You can see I have this handy notes add-on that shows all these little things, but every zone is just dotted with like these treasures and these like rare spawns that drop mounts or toys or equipment, things like that. A lot of it's just sort of interesting because a lot of them aren't just like pick up this treasure that's hidden here. A lot of them have like different conditions for spawning things, and there's like little puzzles involved, or you gotta really like dig around to find stuff or activate things to unlock other. It's kind of cool roaming these zones and just kind of uncovering all these stuff and finding these things, and it just makes it a little bit more interesting. And Final Fantasy doesn't really have that. Final Fantasy's leveling experience is, pretty much 100% tied to the main story, which is fine. That's what they care about. They want to show off the story, and it has, a very good story. But there is some of that fun exploration sort of mystery aspect missing because you're just going through the story. But aside from that, the leveling experience in WoW, when you're not, interested in like the rare spawns and the treasures and things like that, it's pretty much the same old World of Warcraft. You're still like killing 8 of these things and grabbing 12 of these things off the ground, and maybe sometimes you'll kill a big enemy. Compared that to Final Fantasy's like epic moments where, you know, in like the main story, where, you know, you're facing off against like some just epic like end boss character in this awesome like solo mission. um you know, and there's like raid mechanics in the solo mission against this epic boss, you know, and you know you're gonna get your ass kicked in the end, but it's just like it's really cool while you're doing it, and it feels epic. And I don't know, nothing really feels that epic when you're leveling in WoW. They are borrowing a lot of things from Final Fantasy though, and that's what I've sort of noticed. So many different little features and quality of life things and additions that they have taken from Final Fantasy, and in some cases sort of improved on. One of the big things in this expansion is this dungeon, this endgame dungeon that you can do solo or with 2, 3, 4, 5 people, whatever you want, and it's procedurally generated, and you like get more powerful as you complete floors of this dungeon, which is basically Palace of the Dead, Final Fantasy. Problem is, Final Fantasy, the version is really boring, and no one does it unless you're like a DPS alt leveling up, and you don't want to do a regular dungeon or something. But from what people, I haven't really done the Torghast thing in this expansion, but people have said good things about it. Comparing it to Palace of the Dead and saying that it's a lot better. So, anyways. So yeah, it's not like I'm gonna abandon Final Fantasy for World of Warcraft. Let's be real. But for now, playing with some buddies, not too shabby. I'd like to get them into Final Fantasy. That would be ideal. But the one big knock, the one thing that WoW really has going for it that Final Fantasy does not, is PvP. Final Fantasy is not a PvP game. It has it, apparently. I've never done it, and people say no one ever does it, but it exists. But not compared to WoW, where PvP is kind of a big focus. A lot of people do it. A lot of people like it. They have arenas, they have battlegrounds, world PvP, stuff like that. It's a kind of a big deal. And even like, you know, now PvP gear is just as like competitive as far as like high ranking quality stuff compared to PvE. So, you know, you can do your PvE thing, or you could just do PvP thing, and you're still good. You're still good. But regardless, hop into a dungeon, I guess. Anyways, moving on. This week, on this channel, we had Demon's Souls Remake, which will continue on. We had Final Fantasy XIV, of course, which will continue until the end of time, approximately. We had Elder Souls for Skyrim, which is done. There was only 4 parts for Elder Souls. There's one more video for Living Skyrim. We're going back to that for one more video. And then I'll be done with Skyrim. Skyrim will be finished. And oh god, we're doing a dungeon I haven't done before. Perfect. Oh, and the healer left. Healer left as soon as he found out what dungeon it was. Curious. Let me just see. Let me just see. We have. So we have 5 Demon Souls videos left. Yeah, five Demon Souls videos left. The next big game we're doing is Cyberpunk, which comes out on the 10th, which is in 11 days. I feel like I should. Okay, why would you? You saw I was mounted. You saw I was gonna pull more than that. Why would you damage? Oh God. Probably not a good idea to tank while I'm doing Hanging with Mangg, but here we are. It's not like Final Fantasy where you can just spam one ability, your AoE ability, and be done. A little bit more complicated than that. And I actually don't like healing in this game. I tried it and I was like, it's way too many buttons. It's way too complicated. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know where I'm going. Why would you pull? God, these fucking people. You see, I'm mounted. I'm clearly trying to pull more than these 2 things. Oh my God. Okay, okay. Well, see, this is why I like just playing with a group of people. You can insult them. You can tell them what's happening. All that good stuff. Oh my God. I mean, what's the point? What's the point? Anyways, so December 10th, Cyberpunk. 5 videos, and I upload 2 to 3 videos of the same game in a week. So I think it'll sort of line up fairly close, and maybe not perfectly, where we finish Demon Souls and roll into Cyberpunk. That's pretty much the plan. You know, we'll see how it goes. And in the meantime, once Skyrim finishes, which will be pretty soon, this week, of course, I think we're just gonna go with Dragon Quest V. You know, I want to do the Doom Eternal DLC. Does anyone know what we're supposed to do? Oh, okay. Dragon Quest V. I don't want to start. Yeah, you know. We don't know how these things are gonna go. I don't know how the timing. And yeah, I never want to juggle too many things. So we're just gonna do Dragon Quest V. and roll demon souls into Cyberpunk, and I think that'll be fine. Then, we'll take a look. Probably, I imagine Cyberpunk's going to take a while. So after Dragon Quest V finishes, then we can do the Doom DLC, and that'll be good. Okay, we're going this. We gotta clear the entire fucking courtyard. Guess we gotta clear the entire courtyard. Like struggling holding threat. That never happens in Final Fantasy. It's so obscene in that game. You don't have to do anything except spam like one ability and you'll never have an issue. WoW's too hard. It's too hard, man. I can't. Ugh. And look, I'm dying. Shit. Pop everything. Pop it all. Pop off. I don't even. I assume I have threat on something. I have threat on something. There we go. There we go. There we go. Did it. Yeah, so that's the plan. And Final Fantasy 14 will continue. The end is kind of in sight, I suppose. We're like 2/3 through with my recorded videos, and I'm not done with the game yet. And a new patch is coming out in December that's going to add more quests and stuff, so there will be even more videos to upload. I do think that everything will be done with my videos until the next expansion, so there'll be a stopping point for a while. Which is okay. Gives us something to look forward to when the expansion comes out. This fucking warrior's damage is just off the charts, man. Well, no, it's quite literally on the charts, but he's the one I'm losing threat to all the time. And then we have Two Brothers play Final Fantasy V, and I thought that the last night's video might have been the last. Because Lego is getting pretty frustrated. He's struggling with things, but I gave him an out. If he wanted, we could have stopped there and moved on to 6, which I know he's looking forward to, but he wants to do another 5 video, so we will do that. Where is... Okay. So we'll do another 5 video, and I could see the next 5 one being the final one before we do 6. But after 6, I think we might do... like 1, 2, and 3, because he's never played Final Fantasies 1, 2, and 3. And those are, you know, sort of shorter. And I think, you know, if you're a Final Fantasy fan, which he is, you gotta try them. We would do like the remake, the Game Boy Advance versions and stuff, but still, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Is Final Fantasy 14 your longest Let's Play? By far, my longest Let's Play. Both just a number of videos and the length of the videos. Either way, because when I first started doing the Let's Plays on YouTube, there was the 15-minute limit for like new channels or whatever. So I was forced to do 15-minute videos or something like that for a while. So, which is just absurd for a Let's Play. So I did like Jet Force Gemini, I think, in 15-minute parts that went on for, I want to say in the 60s. But still, they were 15-minute parts. So really, that's just like 20 of my normal parts. But yeah, now Final Fantasy 14 there's like 140 parts or something like that. And each part is like over an hour. So it's an absurd amount of content there. Not something I'm likely ever to do again. Because there just aren't that many games in existence that have that amount of like story content. You know, not open world, just exploration stuff, but actual story content that I would be interested in doing. Shit. Okay. Oh, fuck. That's not gonna be good. Hold on to your cheeks. Oh. Okay, I think we got it. Been enjoying my Demon Souls Let's Play. Thank you. Like somebody else said, I think you can always tell when I'm enjoying a game and when I'm not enjoying a game, and it just ends up being better videos when I enjoy the game. Not that anytime I do a Souls game, it's always like, you know, peachy keen. I'm loving this. I can't get enough of it, because as longtime fans know, every time I do a Souls game, I pretty much, or a Souls-like, I flip out and get angry. But it didn't really happen with the Demon Souls remake. There wasn't that moment. There was a couple moments of frustration and like with like Flame Lurker and stuff, but really overall it was pretty chill. It was just an enjoyable game. So I really hope that they continue to tackle like FromSoft remakes. That would be really nice. Oh shit. It's a boss? This is a boss. Okay, I didn't read anything. Whoops. My Final Fantasy playthrough, I was so conscientious of reading every boss strat and knowing exactly what I'm doing, even as a healer. Here I am rolling in as a tank. What the fuck's happening? I don't know. Okay, that's probably okay. Just kill you. I mean, we got DPS. We got DPS. We can do stuff. Yeah. So, anyways, Final Fantasy 14. I can't imagine it'll ever be topped. But you never know. I mean, if you would have asked me like a couple of years ago if I would ever Let's Play an MMO, I would have said you're crazy. But here we are. Right. Anyways. We did the variety stream on Wednesday for Bug Snacks, which it's a fine game. I don't know what I really expected out of Bug Snacks. It's decent, but it's really more just like a family-friendly game, which we don't really do that on this channel. AoE, 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 AoE. Okay, I'm probably not. I don't think I had aggro on anything. God. Okay, another boss. I don't know. Just kill him. Just kill him. Tank and spank. Kill him. Do this. Press buttons. Press buttons. A lot more button pressing in this game. Aside from, like, I don't know, Machinist maybe in Final Fantasy, but even then, most of the time they're not pressing that many buttons. Okay, something is hurting. Something is hurting. Something. Okay, I needed to read. I needed to read something. Let's. Okay, pulse from beyond until they're sealed within a vessel of atonement. Interrupt volley of power. Okay, these are good things to know. I mean, I don't think it was entirely my fault, but there was fault. Moving on. Gloomhaven. We didn't do Gloomhaven this week because we had just got back from our cabin trip, so we were gamed out. He'll add now? He'll add now. I mean, nothing is happening now. We all die. Funny, we got the boss to 8% though, regardless. But I think we're doing Gloomhaven tomorrow, and I will stream it. So that's that. So that's all of that. That's all of that. So nothing really exciting this week on this channel, except more Demon Souls remake and Final Fantasy, if that interests you, and probably the first video for Dragon Quest V. Did you hear about the Penetrator's armor in the remake? Yes, yes. I was a little disappointed by that, I guess. I don't know really what I expected, right? But I don't know, a set of armor behind this big mystery. Anytime you have like a big, cool mystery in a game, I don't know. What can you really expect? I mean, I think people that expected like the sixth Archstone to be just like hidden behind there, that's a little much. I mean, come on, they're gonna charge for that shit. They're not gonna hide it behind some mystery door. But I'd prefer like some cool weapon or something. You know, armor doesn't interest me as much as weapons. I don't know if I'll even ever bother to do it. From the sound of it, it's a bit of a pain in the ass to actually get. If it was a cool weapon, I might make the attempt, but just for penetrator armor, yeah. That can't be good. I'm not gonna be good. I just don't know how much more threat I can possibly produce. Crazy. That shouldn't really be the problem. That's why I like Final Fantasy tanking a little bit, because you never have to worry about tanking threat. All right. So I'm supposed to stand in between or behind statue. Oh no, stand between him and a statue. Oh, should I have waited? Maybe I should have waited. I think the goal is just kick his ass as hard as possible. Which I suppose could work. Telekinetic onslaught. I already forgot what it said. Okay, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. This is just normal mode. This isn't like mythic or anything. How much more do you need? Hank and spank. Look at that. He's dead. This dude's dead. He's dead. He's definitely dead. There you go. Thank you, spank. All right. Anyways, let me continue. We're already, half an hour into this. I knew a dungeon would distract me. I'm not sure why I made that choice. Other channel, Exploring Series. Exploring Series is doing well for those who really care. November was my best month on record. So things are on the up and up. I mean, if you're doing well, and you keep putting out videos that people are interested in watching, you should continue to have best months on record. But yeah, it's very nice. It's very nice. When the country and the world are not doing too well this year, and I've got plenty of friends and family that are not doing too well this year, it's nice that at least one of us is doing okay, and I can provide a good Christmas for my family. Whereas otherwise, it'd probably be a little lackluster. So I put out a video on a topic. I put out a video on an it was an SCP topic that it wasn't the superhero one, right? Was it a group? No, it was joke, right? Joke SCPs. Yes, I remember. Joke SCPs did pretty well. That video got a lot of comments. It sparked a lot of commentary. People like talking about joke SCPs. I mean, it's just something to put together. It was a Patreon goal, and no one was like, Mangg, as a Patreon goal, you should have joke SCPs. And I'd be like, oh God, no. Oh no. I mean, I put it there. It was my choice to make it a Patreon goal. So I wasn't like completely against it. It's just a topic that doesn't really personally interest me. But sometimes you just get things together and you do the work, you make it happen, and you move on. And all things told, after it was done, I learned, I actually read a bunch of joke SCPs, and there were several that I liked. So that was new. That was surprising. And that's why I have all of my series determined by viewer poll. Because I don't know. I never know what I'm going to like or not like, and I tend to like a lot of different things. So, screw it. You know, it works out. It always works out. It always works out. Anyways. This week I worked on a video in the 5,000s. Got another 5,000 video. I think it's 5545. Abnormality. I don't think it was for the mystery contest, although it kind of is about a mystery, so it sort of works. So it's sort of in the vein of the mystery contest. I can say that. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's mystery-esque. And I thought it was a decent one, and I thought the video turned out decently, so it's all good. This weekend, I'm working on the final D&D video. For now, you know, I always say I'll come back to series. And in 20 years, if I'm still doing YouTube, I probably will come back to D&D, and we'll do some more. But for now, with the end of the year approaching, this will be the final D&D video. And originally, I was like, I'm gonna do one on Planescape. Planescape is cool. I like Planescape Torment a lot. Great game. But then as I sat down, I was like, well, I don't really want to talk about the Outer Planes and things like that. I already did the Planes of Existence video. I don't need another rehash of that. What I really want to dive in and really discuss is Sigil. And so now the Planescape video became a Sigil video. Which I think will be, I think people will like quite a bit. Sigil is cool. We're going to talk about all the different factions and things like that. We're going to get into the Lady of Pain a bit more, and it should be a pretty good video to go out on. Yeah, probably in a couple weeks after this, I'll do the At the Mountains of Madness audiobook. People will like that, I hope. It's a great story. And then we'll fire it up. Then we'll do a Q&A, a live Q&A, not specifically related to D&D. Because if I say this is a D&D live Q&A, you know, we won't get that many people. So we'll just call it a live Q&A, and it'll probably mostly be SCP questions, but whatever. And then we'll do the polls for the next topic. Yes. Oh, I see. Oh, all right. Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah. So that's all what's going on with the Exploring series. It's all good. Usually isn't too much to say. Yeah. So then that's kind of about it. I don't know what we're gonna do for the variety stream this week. If anyone has any suggestions, I'm open ears. I'm open ears. I don't think that's the phrase, but I am open ears. It doesn't have to be like a newer thing, I guess. I've just been doing a lot of newer things. And I don't really want like a game that I could beat in one sitting as like 3 or 4 hours. Because I don't really want to stream for 3 or 4 hours. I like the 2-hour stream. So it could be something you could break into 2 parts, but I'd have to really like it. So generally, it's just like, fuck. Generally, it's just something that is fun to just watch for a couple hours and for me to play for a couple hours. So I have an opinion on the new Watch Dogs. It was fine. I really didn't play it a whole lot. I put maybe like 8 hours into it. It's cool, the being able to recruit anyone you want is kind of a cool concept. It's just, a lot of the characters ended up being like useless, which makes sense. Most people on the street are going to be fucking useless when committing like heists. And being able to recruit like some old grandma is funny, but they're really shit because they can't move quickly. I mean, it's fine. It's another just open world Watch Dogs game for the most part. I mean, if you like that, you'll probably like Legion. If you like the first 2 games at all, you'll like Legion. But in the wake of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Valhalla's just way better, at least for me. Just way more interesting, way more entertaining to play. Maybe, because I like Norse mythology. That might be a factor. But I like cyberpunk hacking stuff too, so I don't know. It's just better. I think it's just a better game. And so there's just too much open world stuff happening all at once. I was playing Genshin Impact and then Watch Dogs and then Valhalla, and it's just like, all right. Let's calm down. There's only so many little nuggets of things on a giant map that I can roam around and find before I get sick of it. I haven't played Valhalla in like 2 weeks. I'm just letting my interest build up. But yeah, given the choice between playing Valhalla and Watch Dogs Legion, I'm gonna pick Valhalla. Why have I never talked about this channel? Just found out by coincidence. Because I don't think this channel is very good. I've been doing Let's Plays for 9 years, and it's just my hobby. I don't put any effort into this stuff. I don't edit anything. I don't even tag video. I don't even put the videos into playlists. I used to do that. I used to put the Let's Plays into playlists, and then I just gave up because it's just like, no, I don't really care. I mean, I like that I have people that watch. It's nice, and I don't, I'm not trying to scare anyone away or shame people or anything if they're watching this channel. It's just literally a hobby. I just like sitting here playing games and talking into a microphone. That's it. So whether people watch or not doesn't really change much because I'm still just going to keep doing that. So whether I had 100,000 viewers or 1 viewer, I'd still probably be doing the same thing. I don't ever want to monetize this channel. So there just isn't much. Why would I go through the effort of like advertising it and being like, hey, check out this channel. It just doesn't matter too much to me. And I know that's a very weird thing on YouTube for someone to not care. But I have my work channel that pays the bills and I do it as a job, and then I have my hobby channel where I just like making videos. So I have the best of both worlds, and you know, there's no real need to make this bigger than it needs to be. So I mean, I include the link to this channel in every single exploring description. It's there. And I know plenty of people nowadays are finding this channel because of it. So this channel is growing, which is fine. It's cool. I mean, and if people like what I do, that's good. If they don't like what I do, that's fine. It's just a hobby. So I could do Valhalla on Wednesday, but you know, I'm like 10 or 12 hours into that game, maybe more. And you know, I would just be doing like story stuff. I don't think people want to just jump straight into a random part of the story, so I don't think that's a great fit. Let me just see. That Monster Hunter World event, when does that start? That starts the 4th. So that would be Friday. Okay, we can't do that. Maybe the following week. They're doing a Monster Hunter World event in connection with the movie. So you get to play as Mia Jovovich. And I think it's kind of funny enough that we could do it. Let me just look at what else is on Steam. They've got their sale going on, which means I can never like. I don't like the sales because I can't see like the new games and no, god damn it. Well, thank you, Kat. I mean, it's not like I just am like shitting out stuff here, and I don't care if people like it or not. You're gonna watch what I do, you know. I want people to like it. It just doesn't matter to me how many people find this channel. This is no hentai balloons. Come on now. There's so many like sex games on Steam nowadays. What is happening to the world? No. No. No, I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. I don't know what we'll do on Wednesday. I'll find something. You know, I'd say there's something else on PS5, but I don't think there really is. I don't think there really is anything more on PS5. Did Steam change its TOS or something? I think so. At some point in the recent past, they were like, okay, we can have adult games. And usually, if you just look at like the popular new releases section, there aren't too many sometimes I'll just be like, okay, you know, Among Us and Mortal Kombat and Apex Legends. And, oh, here, tits. Just massive tits on my Steam store page right there. How surprising. But then if you go to like all new releases, it's just like, oh my god. There's something on Switch that I was like, okay, I could play that. Oh yeah, The Age of Hyrule. That came out, right? That came out. Hold on. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. Yeah, that came out. And, let's see here. What has it got? 78 on Metacritic. This review says, the best Dynasty Warrior style game ever made, which means it's slightly north of mediocre. God damn. Don't pull any punches, dude. I think that was like the consensus. Like, if you've never played a Dynasty Warriors game, this is like the best starting point, which I haven't. So when you first heard my voice, sounded like a retired Italian mafioso. Well, I'm not retired. I'm not Italian, and I've never been a mafioso. So I don't know what to tell you. You were a little off the mark. Okay, we could do Hyrule Warriors on Wednesday. That seems like a fun 2-hour stream kind of game. I'm digging that. It's one of those games I probably would only play for a few hours and then be like, all right, I've experienced it. We can move on. So I think that's a good choice. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Anyways, that's gonna about wrap it up. Check out the 55-45 video tomorrow. And the video on Sigil later this week. We've got more Demon Souls remake, more Final Fantasy XIV, the start of Dragon Quest V, Gloomhaven, variety stream on Wednesday, Two Brothers play, plenty of stuff coming. It's all good. And that'll be that. So, my name is Mangg. This has been Hanging with Mangg. I'll see you fine folks next